Thanks for staying tuned to your station, the Africa Independent Television, AIT. Wherever you are watching us from, we would like to say Happy New Year to you all. Indeed, it's been a great year already. Year 2022 has been so wonderful. We know the year 2021 came with its challenges, but thank God that you are watching me and I'm communicating with you. Yeah, it's a pleasure to welcome you to the program today. Still remains Patrick Abambo. As always on this program, we give you that information you need to keep your life safe and secure. Wherever it is, we bring it to you. And like you know also, every fresh edition of this program, we'll look at religion, because they say religion is the opium of the people, and you control the people with religion. And that is why we'll be looking at it. In the studio already, I have a very sound team, really cutting across different ideas and varieties of opinions. But I know that one thing that we all have in common is that there is love for humanity and there is love for the nation Nigeria. So join me as I welcome, starting from my far left, Sheikh Mohammed Nuru Khalid. He is the Imam of Apple Legislative Quarters Mosques. In fact, he's a privileged Imam because a lot of challenges is on his shoulder, speaking to the conscience of the Nigerian legislators. It's a pleasure to have you in the studio today, sir.
Thank you for having me.
Following him is Pastor Chukwumanwo Kocha. He's the founder of Chukwumanwo Kocha Ministries. He's a part of Security Watch Africa. It's a pleasure to have you, and he just arrived, as usual, straight from Lagos for the program today. Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
That really shows commitment for
Thank you so
the
much.
things that concern the people. Welcome, sir. Yes, here is my brother, my friend, Shino Phillips. He's the chief executive of Matchmakers Limited and also a security consultant and part of the Security Watch family. It's a pleasure to have you, sir.
To have you here.
You're welcome. Yes, sir. Really happy New Year to we all today. Yes, I want to start because there is a statistics that some people have said that it's coming with mixed feelings. That is because one, that was on Thursday, a record was released that 24,059 terrorists and their families were who surrendered to the Nigerian Armed Forces, and that is comprising of 5,326 male adults, 7,550 female adults, and 11,133 children surrendered to the Nigerian Armed Forces. Imagine these Nigerians, 24,000 plus Nigerians, have been in somewhere fighting against the nation. And also in the same period of 7 months, from May 2021 to this January, about 1,910 criminal elements were killed. I know that we in security would like to use a softer word by saying we are neutralized, but in the layman's idea, because someone was saying, look, Patrick, you are talking about neutralized. What is neutralized? Or you're talking about fatally injured. What is it? I say in layman's that is killed. And to talk that 1,910 Nigerians were killed. It's not a main joke, but really, yes, these people are deviants of society, whatever we may call them, but they're still Nigerians. Where did they get it wrong? Why did they took the path to become enemy of the society? Maybe before I go to the religious leaders, maybe I should come to you, Philip, first to find out, why do you think that some Nigerians or some people would take to the path of evil?
Well, first, let me congratulate military men, armed forces, for the good job they are doing out there. These are enemies of the country. And, well, I would say that it's human nature that some people tend towards evil. And there are so many reasons for it. When you look at the factors responsible for that, you look at the fact that there's greed, there is selfishness, there is... I mean, it comes down to the heart of man. Evil resides when you choose to think the way you want to think. And then, and for some people, you know, they lack the capacity to be contented. And when you are giving to, you know, the wanton desire for things that you do not even earn enough for, like we see in our society today, unfortunately, the likelihood of you tending towards crime and criminality is extremely very high. I think most importantly is that people should learn to be contented. However, just like you started today, the religion part, the religious part plays a major role. What you hear determines how you are transformed or deformed. And I'm sure that's why you have brought this to fore today.
I think that sets the tone now for me to come to you. You've had him talk about it. Religion really is opium. Sheikh, what is it that the religious leaders are telling people in this country?
Well, I think the religious leaders trying their best, not all of them, to impact the important knowledge needed, religious knowledge, religious awareness and enlightenment needed by the society. But mistakenly or intentionally, some are sending a bad message to the people. Religion is all about building the spirit of the people, as well as manipulating the physical being of the people indirectly by the means of controlling the spirit of the people. If that is the case, then if we are now into materialism more than the spiritualism, then we are getting it right. And that is where some religious leaders are misleading the people. Instead of creating more love in the society, we are now creating indirectly some kind of enmity to the people. And when they got that message wrong from the house of the Lord, now outside there must be chaos. And when there is chaos in the society, now the society will now find itself in a situation of insecurity. And when we are saying insecurity, we don't necessarily mean the physical insecurity. There is a mental insecurity as well as emotional insecurity. So I think it is high time the religious leaders, being the mouth of the people, the mouth of the nation, to start knowing their responsibility in changing the psyche of the common man so that it will align with the policies, the good policies of the government. Okay,
I'll come back to you because you just raised a lot of issues that are very, quite interesting. But let me come to you, Pastor. He has talked about a very important issue which is to the spirit, because the spirit controls the physical. If the spirit is tinkered towards evil or want, or like what Philip said, prosperity and acquire at all costs, definitely that is what the man would do. Well, is it not possible also for me, I hear you say something, also digest it and find out whether, is it good for me to do this? Can't man think that way?
Well, because of the trust you have, the trust we have concerning someone being a religious person, whatever he says, you tend to believe him or her. We have really deviated, some of us, from the true religion to, we chose a lifestyle that we are building a group of people that will generate or create issues when the time comes. Why they cannot have their own mind is because we keep pressing this matter into them, rubbing it into their life. Before you know it, it's beginning to change their mindset, their lifestyle and their mindset. It talks about the spirit. Once you handle the spirit, you've taken control of the whole body. So what some of the religious leaders are doing is that we are dealing with the spirit. We are to win people back to Christ. That is the job. Then, if you are not winning people back to Christ, what you are doing, you are creating another nation, a disaster. That by the time you start destroying things. That's why they cannot have that kind of mind. Some of them some can have, but majority of them will not have, because so believe, oh, my pastor or my imam have said it, and because of that, and that is the end of the matter. That's where the problem lies. Until we begin to come back to the real vision, you must have responsibility for your vision, and that is when you pursue that vision. People seize it, and remember, if you look back, some people have their own personal character. As a religious person, as a pastor or a man, there's a character in you, maybe from where we come from. So that character is fighting the Spirit of God in you and the vision of God in your life. So when you go, you are impacting both ways into that person.
Okay.
This is a serious matter.
All right. I can see that how serious it is, really. Viewer, if you're joining us, this is your program, Security Watch Africa. We're looking at the role of religion in national security, not only in Nigeria alone, everywhere, because my next question will go towards other aspects. But you can see I'm putting on the face mask. This is a reminder that the deadly coronavirus is still with us. No matter what you do, please ensure that you keep yourself safe and secure. This is very, very important. Make sure you apply all the necessary measures of safety, and more importantly, get vaccinated. Is very, very important. I have done I've even taken the booster dose. So really, yes, some people say, yes, I'm immune and protected, but I know that God Almighty is the greatest protector, but I decided to still take it. No harm in doing that, and I will still also keep to all the protocols. Please endeavor to do that, and that is the message we have to give to you, because a new variant just came out called EU in France, and just like Omicron, it might spread across the globe, but we pray that God will protect us. Yeah, Sheikh, let me come to you now in specific terms. We have all agreed the role of religion and how we're getting it wrong. I just gave a figure. Most of for this, because we have crisis in Nigeria now in the northeast and the northwest and north central, across the country, various degrees of crime. But looking at the majority of these people, they call them terrorists, insurgents, bandits, and they are of a religion which is Islam, that preaches peace. Islam represents peace. Why are they not taking the path of peace?
Well, there are many reasons why people don't understand they must choose the path of peace. Most importantly, there are three reasons. One, ignorance. People are ignorant about the teaching of Islam, because there are two folds of teachings if you are discussing peace and security in Islam. There is the ideology of jihad, which is part of the teachings of Islam in some circumstances. There is the ideology of peace, which is the dominant part of the teaching. The second reason is poverty. When people are into poverty, you can introduce any kind of ideology into them. The last one, which is the most paramount about it, is manipulation. Some people manipulated the religion or the society to their evil perpetration. This could be politicians. This could be religious leaders. This could be it could be a foreign influence, because terrorism is is an international phenomena.
Yeah.
It is a global conspiracy against the nation. So if we allow them to continue manipulating people for political or economic reason, then we are going to get it wrong. and we have started getting it wrong. Many people don't understand that it is easy to manipulate Islam in that direction, or easier even to manipulate Islam in that direction because of the level of ignorance that is dominant in the North. That is why you see they indoctrinize the wrong idea of jihad into the people.
Yeah, because that's where I was going to come. Jihad. What does it mean? Kill your enemies.
No, it's not that. It's not the meaning.
Okay.
Jihad literally means struggle, to strive for something. Striving in the cause of Islam is what is jihad. This is what we are doing. We are striving to teach the true words of Islam.
Okay.
But some people use the concept of war that is part of strive. When you are striving for something, if there is no protection for you, and someone try to use weapon against you, and no one to protect you, you are now going to use self-defense techniques to protect yourself. And that is where weapon or war came into the idea of jihad.
Yeah, because my little understanding from the Quran is that you are not even to kill anybody who even refuse your ideology. You are not even to maim the person.
It is clear from the Quran that la ikraha fi din.
Yeah.
No compulsion in religion.
No force.
You can't force somebody. You cannot force somebody. They say you can force a horse to the river, but you cannot force it to drink the water.
Okay. So the people are being manipulated to use that aspect and create the confusion we're having in this country.
That's
because
right.
I've met some of these terrorists in the Northeast. I've met them, and some of them don't even know about praying 5 times a day, which is the Eid now. They don't even pray 5 times a day and all that. So one get confused the religion they actually practicing. But okay, we'll come back to you, sir. But Pastor, another thing he raised, I'm going to take from him, is when religious leaders talk only about prosperity and get it at all costs. You're setting targets, you must get it at all costs, no matter what. Because some will quote Bible and say that the wealth of the Gentiles are hip hop for the Jews. So tell me, what is wrong here now?
I think this is where they are getting it wrong. When we talk about true religion in the scripture, it talks about touching the life of the less privileged. That's what the true religion means. Now, what I think some of them are doing is, because a lot of people now find out that it is through opening a church that they could make money. That's why you're hearing all kinds of things that is going on. So when they open this church, they begin to manipulate. He talks about manipulation. It also happened in Christendom. They manipulate people. They put something into your brain that you not understand it by the way they talk. Because the more I start saying it, gradually it is sinking into you. Now, when people talk about, in quotes, wealth, it is about money, it is about this. No, that's not it. It is about touching the life, preaching the gospel, and touching the lives of less privileged. If a pastor is not doing that, he's not doing the work of God. He's doing his own work. You know, somebody can be doing his own. You think he's doing the work of God.
Because I know so many pastors that members cannot eat.
That is the problem.
But yet they have private jets.
Do you know, sir, that this wealth, so-called wealth, the pastors are paraboling with, comes from the members. That is why we introduce something. It comes from the members. You go to a package, a welfare package. Like what we do, we bring a welfare package. We kind of look at what is going on in the church and find out who can we help and bring out from one thing or the other.
Yeah, within the church first.
Yes, one thing is to give somebody food. Another thing is to establish somebody. So what we did first is we try to help one way or the other. When we now find out that the problem of these people are not just here, they are coming from the home. So we decided now, what we are doing, we decided to go back to where they come from. We identify with one of the members and say, okay, where do you come from? If you come from Abia or Enugu or whatever, we'll go to your root. Remember, most of these members that are doing it will go to your root and begin to do one project or the other, so that when the good news is coming, it's also touching you.
Yeah.
You are changing their mindset. Not only preaching the gospel,
yes.
You're only
so
giving back to the society. By that, you are also removing crime from the society. Because if you don't do it, the increase in crime will be there. There'll be a lot of fight.
Okay. All right, Pastor. Let me come to you. I'll go to our neighboring country, Ghana. The Ghana Police Service, the Inspector General of Police, my friend, gave a release, and he banned all religious leaders from prophesying evil or doom in the year 2020, which is what they used to do. They prophesy to instill fear, and so the members can come and consult them. In Nigeria, they say it cannot happen. Okay, but at least we are saying a little bit. What do you think about that? Because that is still in line with the manipulation.
Well, first look at, I've listened to the two religious leaders, and I think that we have not even touched this issue. Reason being that first we need to identify. I know, I'll break it down. We're in a secular society first. Fortunately, we have an Islamic scholar, and then we have a pastor. We should also know in a secular society that we have other religions. We have traditional African religion.
Maybe that's what you represent for us now.
No, I'll come down to that. We have traditional African religions, and we have very of the elitist class, those who are practicing such religion. But there's a common problem that all the religions are faced with. Now, the holy books are clearly, I think every holy book teaches one thing, directly or indirectly, that you have to love yourself love your neighbor as you love yourself. Everyone tends to discard that, and I'll give you a reason. Now, being that we're in a secular society, if the religious leaders understand that there is a country, there is a space called, for instance, Nigeria, that every religion and religious leaders and followers are responsible, first answerable to the constitution of that country.
And love the country.
And first understand that this is a country. We are all domiciled here. As a Christian, you've just talked about the kingdom of God coming on earth. In this part of earth, Nigeria is the earth where you are domiciled. As a Christian, you are meant to practice your religious belief in a way that even the one that is not a Christian will be attracted to say, where is that kingdom that is domiciled in Nigeria? In Islam, the Quran preaches peace and all that. So, and for the Islamic scholar and the followers, they behave in the manner of the Quran, and one who is not a Muslim looks at the behavior of the people and says, these people are domiciled in Nigeria, and they conduct themselves in wonderful manners. I want to be like them. Unfortunately, the leaders don't talk to the people about the constitution of Nigeria. They do not tell them that every constituted authority is by God. And as such, you must respect God. And if you respect God, you respect the constituted authority. That whatever the constitution says, your religion aligns with it.
So religious leaders are asking their members to take a second citizenship.
And they also fail to realize that Nigeria is a country of law. And if there are laws and there are regulations, you teach your people that crime is against humanity. It's against even the God you serve. If they understand the sacredness of life, no one of any religion would touch another. Because if you look at the concept of God from every facet, from every religious background, they tell you that God is love. So where do you derive this other character from? It shows that religious leaders need to come to a clear understanding that they need their people to know what the constitution is. How many churches will you go to? How many mosques will you go to? And ask the people, what is the constitution of Nigeria saying about this and about that? Total ignorance. If they have that understanding, they will not have ethno-political problem, will not have ethno-religious problem. People will have clear understanding that the constitution says this, patriotism will naturally come in. And when patriotism comes in, a Muslim will see a Christian, he will embrace him. A Muslim will see a Christian, a Christian will see a Muslim, he will embrace him. Because the common interest of all is that entity called Nigeria.
Just like in America and some other countries. America first before every other.
Even witches and wizards will come and embrace because Nigeria is prime major to them.
Okay.
If everyone begin to, I say clearly, corruption is not the problem of Nigeria. I'll tell you why.
Yes.
Religion is not the problem. Religious conflicts have never been caused by religious persuasion or differences. It has always been political or ethnic.
Okay.
We have a major problem in Nigeria that is affecting religion, and that's ethnicity.
Ethnicity.
If we can come, and that's, I still wonder if we have an orientation body that needs to begin to teach Nigerians the need to understand what patriotism is. If you find 60% of Nigerians being patriotic, not asking what Nigeria can do for them, but what they can do for Nigeria, corruption will be dealt with in that, be it in the church, be it in the mosque, be it in any of the parastatal. If one person wants to commit a crime against them, a patriotic Nigeria will open up. You don't need to be a whistleblower to blow the whistle.
Okay, but
you just need to be patriotic.
Some would say, what has Nigeria done for them?
It's unfortunate that,
okay.
Anyway, well, it's very unfortunate. Nigeria has done one thing for us first, offer us this space we call Nigeria.
And giving us a green passport.
And if Nigeria is degenerating, it is not by reason of Western influence or any other. Nigerians are the problem of Nigeria.
All right, okay, that's the point. Yes, Imam, I'll come to you now because he raised up an issue which will look. I would say that your mocks talks to our legislators, our politicians. Election is coming. People are beginning to arm themselves, recruit people to go. What are you telling them, or what will you be telling those people you talk to every time?
Well, let me put some point to what he said earlier. Before I respond to your call, I will be time mindful questions, inshallah. You see, the issue of patriotism is the main issue that we're supposed to discuss. And when we get it right, Nigeria will be better. But how can we do that? That's the problem. Because many people are seeing Nigeria as a cake. Some people are cutting their own, leaving them aside. Until when we address the issue of governance, how to govern the country, people to start seeing that leadership is a responsibility. It's not a way to looting or manipulating the wealth of the country. Now, coming to what will I be telling the people?
Sorry, Imam, we have to cut. Oh my God, the studio is telling me to round up. Time is really not our friend. I don't know what to say here now, but please, I know for you particularly, you are in Lagos. I wish you can get sponsorship to sponsor you to come back next week, but I think we need to continue with this next week because we're just scratching the surface. We have not done it here, but it's my pleasure to have you people in the studio today. Please, I look forward to us continuing with this thing next week. If you all agree, God will help us. Amen. All right. Yeah, viewers, sadly we have to go. Time is not our friend, but next week we are going to exhaust this thing, God willing. Until we come over again next week, I say thanks for staying tuned and bye for now.